Kieran and Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessed Compulsive Gamer. They O.C.G. I'm here playing Alan Wake.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Elbow strike.
games. It's trash, of course. It does involve some small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better. Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
God, I would love to own an old rustic lodge like this.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro?
He's gotta go to the farm. The Anderson farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words. My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom! Got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows. That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and raw. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean you had to open it all the way, goddammit.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
I'm a bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head, and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now, and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution. And then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny, but it wasn't supposed to be about mullets. And now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the hook we needed to go big in the target demographic. And they're not even kidding. They say it all like serial killers with straight faces and smiles. My nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toasters talk all the time and express their feelings so they won't shut up. And the writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too. And I have to listen to them because they're not scared of me. And everyone should just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
fuck?
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true. The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
I don't know. Here's a friendly poke from your damn witch.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tale. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office work from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Your destiny. It's my store. I'm taking it. We're on a comeback tour, baby.
Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass that way.
How's it going?
Barry? Ow! About time! Barry, man, I'm glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back to the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea.
Hartman, shut up!
I love that. Tell me one more lie, and I'm gonna shoot you in the face.
Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
One of the coolest people I know. That's you. Ah, okay. Now. I am Matt Payne.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally...
That sucks, I'm sorry.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here. Ways that
I'm
were
okay.
hard to describe, or worse. It was enough
Oh,
for
you just
Hartman
talking
to
to him, sorry.
maintain creative control and provide direction. To be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Son of a whore. I am sorry I have angered you, oh giant ball of death. Please, open my way so that I may proceed. Yeah, don't even get me started on that, okay? I mean, you know what? If they can get some of that sweet, sweet epic money to help make Alan Wake 2 better, okay. That's just fucking dumb. Fuck. Fortnite, like, everything in existence is in fucking Fortnite. It's kind of ridiculous.
But the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there. Barry, I don't have a light. Take this, Al. Oh, God! Look at the house, Al!
Oh, what's worse gonna happen in here in this fucking head maze? fucking Alan Wake! I can't wait until we play Alan Wake 2 and we meet his long-lost brother, Albert Sleep.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a
Alright,
remote
man.
field.
You have a great day.
When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate. Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was
classic movie.
Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Oh, you could be kidding. Alright, motherfucker. Oh, let's do it. I know how that feels, man. Fuck. Yeah. And there's a whole extra episode that they added with Kaine that's brand new to Replicant. Sounds like a skill issue. Nah, I get it, man.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Emil made Tom do it. bitch.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
I slammed it shut with an ASCII shoulder, and the key is kind of loose on the lock, so, I'll find it. Don't worry about it. I'm on it. Just hang on, Al. Here it is. Al, I found the key. We gotta go. Get in the car.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I love Barry, man. I love Barry so much.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al, I...
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends.
That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Ow! I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it.
Look out! God damn it, now talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! What a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine!
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch! There's no way you can climb down, though! It's like a sheer wall! Help! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a take-it! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry. When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears. Crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get them out. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest. could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice. I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Oh, you fucking bitches!
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice. I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice. Was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Oh, fucking finally! There's a regular flashlight. Heavy duty flashlight. Much brighter. and it not only does it have more battery and it's brighter, it fucks enemies over quicker. So it's just all around just way better.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Fuck. Fucking A.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Let's try that again.
could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody here?
Thank you for watching. I appreciate you.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's such a bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen. Let me guess. Danny, huh? The front door was locked.
Oh, so he died. That sucks.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry. For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Oh, God damn it. Sorry, I'm congested. Fall weather.
As I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning, at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM. Hope you're all safe and
No, fuck, I didn't mean to drive that one. I'm trying to drive that car over there. That's the fastest car in the game. And by far the most fun to drive. What do you mean? Play what? Well, I'm biased to say Alan Wake. I'm playing Alan Wake, I like it, but ultimately you need to play what you feel like playing, man. And when you say Mafia, do you mean the original Mafia or the remake? I'm not a big fan of the original. I just don't think it's aged very well. I've played all of the remake. I only
knew
played the
brothers
first
used to
game a
be
little
some
bit.
kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw this stage.
So glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Johnson. Shut up and shoot. We have to fight them all. I can send the fireworks from here and help you out.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I'll just play the remake. The remake of Mafia has all of the same missions. It has everything that made Mafia good, but they fixed a lot of the problems. Like, there's like no reason to go back and play the original, in my opinion. And I'll agree, Mafia has a lot of really great missions. Fuck.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Johnson. Shut up and shoot. Ow! We have to fight them all. I can send the fireworks from here and help you out.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I understand why the first Mafia, the original Mafia, was so good. But I'm saying, like, now there's, like, in my opinion, there's, like, no reason to play the original Mafia over the remake. I mean, that's you, dude. If you had fun, more power to you, man. I'm happy you had a good time. I did not have a lot of time playing original Mafia. And it wasn't even just a night at the races. That was the problem for me. I didn't like the way the aiming felt. I didn't like the way the combat felt. I thought the police were far too rigid with their enforcement. I don't want to play a fucking Grand Theft Auto-like game where I have to obey the speed limit. I understand why it was such an important game. I think it was a very influential game in history. I don't think it's a game that aged very well.
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
And like I said, the remake just did everything the original game did, but better. All the same missions, same cars, same great story, but better handling, better graphics, less restricted police, better checkpoints.
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Look at that thing, Al. They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves. So how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Fuck. Fucking. I hate being congested. It's always that time of year. I love fall, but it does not love me.
That's by someone else.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him. What do you know? He's the guy joining us.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back. The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
for watching. I appreciate you.
Something's happening here. Yeah? What's that? What? Can't you hear that?
I think we can make it through here, Al!
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
He does too.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
The door was barred from the other side. I'd have to find another way.
Be careful, Al!
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, you know, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat.
Ah, jeez. Normally I'm not this congested. Fuck.
Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Okay.
Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, let's go, man. I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate out. It's pretty heavy. Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing. lights are out. Guess we better check the fuse box.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
You know, this place looks kind of limited. I know the Andersons were at the booby hatch.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding! Those guys sound awesome.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Yeah, the radio station is good.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Yeah, it's a problem with YouTube.
Where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talk about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right! Must be. Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, what the hell?
Seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, you're like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
I'm right,
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
That's right, I couldn't, but I could.
What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
Yeah.
I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Fucking allergies, goddamn it.
It was a crazy, drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remember being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript.
Honestly, dude, you should always stream with the face cam if you can. People want to see people's faces when they stream. That's just the truth. You get way more people watching you if you stream with your face cam, dude.
I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me. I'd been easy prey.
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside. Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and...
I'll take one more drink.
behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish. to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written
No, it's not.
story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin.
Hey, it's gone.
A long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by
that makes
darkness
sense.
and fear. All I could do was to escape.
Well, after beating Miles Morales and getting the platinum, I'm just now trying to focus on Alan Wake and getting it beaten and all that before Alan Wake 2 comes out. Just trying to keep preoccupied before Spider-Man 2.
The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper.
Oh, no. I'm like 75% through. There's 6 episodes, and I'm at the end of episode 4.
Whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I've been playing it for a while, but after I beat Spider-Man, I've kind of made it my focus. Oh, okay. You've been playing Alan Wake? That's great. It's great, right?
It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Fuck, I love this song. This happiness and he wrote about his face. He's the black and waves. Yeah. She drowned, and now the sea love set free. He left my witch's cabin key. Find the lady of the night, gone mad with the night. That's how you reshape destiny. I mean, Alan Wake's not perfect. I agree. It definitely has problems. But on the bright side, I think for a game that's 13 years old, it's held up very well. And on top of that, it is a truly unique game. You will never play another game like this. With this tone, the light mechanics, the writing,
Previously on Alan Wake, under the influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror.
Well, we're expecting a record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community.
And then Alan Wake just has a lot of heart.
Let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
Yeah. This is actually one of my favorite parts of this entire game. This is almost like
Days
straight out of a
and
horror
pages were
movie.
gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Help, this is not good.
But yeah, there's so much about this game I love. Like I said, it's not perfect. The dodging is kind of wonky. Alan runs like he has severe asthma. Some of the objects that get thrown at you are ridiculous. The fucking, it can be brutally difficult. Even on normal, you're asking it to hand it to you in like 2 hits. The driving is kind of, But for all that things, there's just so much that Alan Wake does right. And did it? God damn it. I'm gonna have to fucking update it again. Shit. I'm glad you said so. Because I have it pre-installed, but I moved it to my external HDD. No, you don't. In fact, you can't collect all of the manuscripts until you play through it again on hard. Fuck me. I'm gonna have to reinstall it. Like, put it back on the SSD, and reinstall it, and then move it back over. Oh well. But, Alan Wake has so much good things going for it, man. It has such a great cast of characters. It's so well realized. It feels like it's a full place. The way they do the light, the fucking manuscript pages, the enemies. There's so much that Alan Wake does right. And they always intended this game to be the start of a series. They considered Alan Wake to be like the video game version of a TV show before Telltale did all that shit. And they considered Alan Wake the game to be season 1. And they intended from the beginning to do multiple seasons, but unfortunately, they launched Alan Wake. The exact same day as Red Dead Redemption. And got decimated. Because they launched the same day as Red Dead Redemption, it sold like shit. And so Microsoft decided not to make any sequels. Because before the remaster, this was a 360. And, so they kept working on it, trying to get a sequel done this whole time. And nobody wanted to make a sequel to this. So eventually they wound up taking their own money and investing it to make the sequel. Going full horror, having 2 characters switching. Yeah, that's true. And Nightmare Mode is just, oh my god, Nightmare Mode is so fucking brutal, dude. Like I said, Alan Wake is not perfect, but it's a really good game with a lot of heart. And people will forgive a game's faults if a game has a lot of heart and it's good. Though, if your game is actually good, they're willing to forgive a lot. So. And the 2 DLC episodes, because there's 6 main episodes, and then there's 2 DLC episodes. Yeah. Spoilers, bro! There's 2 DLC episodes that come with Remastered, and the DLC episodes are fucking incredible, and the best part of the game. The DLC episodes, no, it's fine, man. It's not a big deal. But, DLC episodes are fucking great. They're much better than the main game. So, they already were making the parts better when they did the DLC. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to Alan Wake 2. And it's kind of funny because originally we were going to get Alan Wake 2 on the 17th. And then they pushed it back 10 days to the 27th because they didn't want to come out right before Spider-Man 2, which was a good decision.
That about sums it up.
Yeah.
never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weir. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Ugh, whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff.
Hello?
It's 12 o'clock. Are you taking your medicine?
Yeah, I'll be in there in a sec.
Alright, bye. Love you.
Love you too. I'll be right back. I have to go take my anti-crazy people pills.
Let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist. Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead... Wait a minute. I know this...
Oh my God!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Nightingale tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true.
Right?
Impossibly true.
Actually, that's the funniest thing about that guy. Every single time he refers to Alan Wake, he calls him by a different author's name. Not once in the entire game does he ever call him Alan Wake. He calls him Dan Brown, Bret Easton Ellis, Stephen King, Hemingway. Like, literally, every single time he refers to him, he calls him a different author's name but his own. It's like a recurring fucking gag.
We're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Nightingale felt the situation veering out of his control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the déjà vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
Stay cool. I can get the emergency power on. things. Wait, what do I need to know? What do you need from me?
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the
Fuck
old
yeah.
Ocean power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on, let's get back to your friend.
Yeah, and what's really cool is they've confirmed.
Wheeler, I need you to.
What? No.
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this.
Yeah, no, this is actually one of the best parts of the entire game. You get to go through the main Brightfall town square from like the beginning with Sarah, basically going wall to wall, taking back the town. It's one of my favorite parts of this game. But they confirmed that
Okay. Here's a list of people and phone numbers. I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs?
But anyway, they confirmed that in Alan Wake 2, you're basically going to explore the entire town. You're going to explore the Brightfall Town Center, the Brightfall Town countryside, and then a brand new town called Watery that's flooded. Like you can see it, they mentioned in the first game, but you never saw it.
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one.
Yeah. So.
Okay, let's go.
That's another reason I'm really excited to play Alan Wake 2, because horror games that are more of a sandbox, like non-linear, are really rare.
Through the back.
My hangover wants a pizza. You think there's any way I could order one, Al?
Oh, hell. Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the Evil Within 2 is the Evil Within and the Evil Within 2 are both really great. Yeah, I did. I think you'd really enjoy the Evil Within, man. Both of them. They were made by the guy who did Resident Evil, the creator, Shinji Mikami. They feel like a Resident Evil game.
Oh, man. That's smart.
Good job, Wayne. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall. The keys to the chopper are there.
Oh, that's cool. Not yet, no. It takes a really long time. Well, depends on the test you're getting, depends on the doctor. Whatever, it's not really that big of a deal. It was more of just a standard procedure. I hadn't had a blood test in a while. They weren't even really looking for anything, so...
I'm gonna want explanations, you know. For example, what the hell happened to Rose? She's seriously messed up now.
The same thing I think happened to me after I arrived. Barry was in his element, making calls, making things happen, even if he didn't entirely know what those things were. He wouldn't let the hot sheriff chick down. Even if every noise he heard from outside, and he heard plenty, made him jump. He had only paused to text Al a message, told him to hurry up. Suddenly, Barry froze in mid-dial. A window broke somewhere in the building, and then the lights went out.
Oh, also, something that might help you out, man. Just so you know, you can fine aim the gun without boosting the flashlight by holding the trigger halfway down. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, like I said, I like Mafia. I don't care for the original Mafia. I don't think it's aged well. I prefer the remake.
Wait, over here! There's light!
But I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Whatever you think is best. There are plenty of games that I recognize as being important games in the history of gaming. We're like, well, this game was important then, but I don't think it aged well now. Some games are old and they hold up well. Some do not.
Watch my back, Wayne.
Oh yeah, watch your back.
It's an ambush.
Alright, now let's make like a tree and get the fuck out of here.
Let's go, Wade.
Right? Flashbangs are awesome. They just immediately basically kill them. Instantly.
Okay, someone's messed with the fuse box here, but you should be able to jury rig it while I find the keys.
I already got electrocuted once today. How about I look for the keys and...
The darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's face was furious. The story in the manuscript had been making it stronger all the time, but now the light had set the writer free and hurt it, weakened it. It was only a matter of days before the dark presence would be strong again. But meanwhile, it would be difficult to recapture the writer.
Get burned for a change.
The message was from Barry. He was getting worried at the station. He wanted us to hurry.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, Sheriff, I got the keys.
Barry?
Why isn't he inside?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Barry, no!
Barry, move! Barry!
He made it inside, Wake. He's okay. The storefront's blocked. Come on, Wake, let's go around. We can meet him in the back.
See, I do something a little bit different. I do all nut November. Just non-stop, back-to-back, just constant fapping.
We can make it through the bookstore. Wheeler should be waiting for us in the backyard.
Down or I'll call the sheriff.
Oh, hi, Doc. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Sarah, about time somebody showed up. All the shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back to bed. He's got a point, Wake. Look, this town can't take this.
It's me they want. The sooner I get out of here, the sooner you can all get back to life as usual.
I hope you're right. Come on, let me get this door open.
Wait, you got the keys to the bookstore?
Perks of being the sheriff. A girl needs to get around. They're really taking advantage of...
Cynthia Weaver worked hard, following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls' abandoned power plant. She marked her caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness.
Presents here, Wake. I heard they're selling a lot of your Alex Casey books.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing.
don't see Barry.
Look, wait, maybe that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
Get to the chopper! Ah! What are you waiting for? Kill me! Do it now! Barry! Ah!
Barry got back to his feet inside the Bright Falls General Store and dusted himself off. Right next to the cans of baked beans was a locked case filled with flare guns, and yet here was a conveniently placed barrel of crowbars. Barry's smile widened as he realized that this was a classic movie scene where the hero had to gear up and arm himself to the teeth. Barry threw himself into the role.
Anyone who's watching, I appreciate you. If you like what you see, you should like, comment, and subscribe. Costs you nothing. It helps me.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. I told him to get it fixed.
Let's take a break.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, it's open. Let's go, Wake.
Wow.
We keep them lit all night long on the night before Gearfest.
Why?
Well, it's tradition.
For it to be free, the Dark Presence needed the writer to finish the story. Again and again, the story let it get frustratingly close to the writer without letting it capture him. It was bound by the events depicted in the manuscript, but it could pursue the writer indirectly, put others on the task, and stop those who would help him. It took over everything in its path, made them its puppets, and sent them after Alan Wake.
We're almost there. We'll have to go through the basement to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, there's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
Oh shit! Way to go, Barry!
The light, huh? You didn't like that one? A tough audience. Well, I got plenty
Yeah.
more.
What are the Christmas lights for?
Protection, man. Like garlic against vampires.
Vampires.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on.
I mean, in a situation where you need light to survive, wrapping yourself in Christmas lights isn't a bad idea.
The Bright Falls General Store is now my favorite place in the entire world. See this headlamp? It's like a superpower. I can just look at one of those things and they die. It's my flaming eye of Mordor.
And you know what? Barry is just...
Hey, I want a headlamp.
Last one.
Bastard.
Barry is just a fucking Mac. Yeah.
Alice had screamed until she had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her.
Also, the DLC for this, the 2 DLC episodes, introduced some crazy shit. Throughout this entire base game, they talk about Alan writing stuff and making it happen, about how the Cauldron Lake gives his words power. In the DLC episodes, you start to be able to do that. It's the coolest fucking thing, okay? You see all these floating words, and by lighting them up with your flashlight, you make them happen. You will them into existence. So, you'll see batteries, and you flash on the word, and batteries will fall. And you can start fucking altering the world around you and switching shit around with the words. No, you don't. They're part of the remastered. You already got them. And make sure you play them. The DLC episodes are fucking vital to the story. But like I said, you literally start writing words into existence and alter the world around you. And like you'll get a big word and it'll let you choose 3 different weapons and make the weapon appear. But you can only choose one. So you get to choose your loadout and the shit that you pop into the world. It's fucking awesome. And yeah, I mean, you came with the remastered, so you're good to go, man.
Someone throws a damn school bus at your head and you're about to take a helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license.
In fact, the DLC episodes are my favorite part of this game. So, and also, if you ever get the chance, they did kind of like a mini game for this, like a side game, called Alan Wake's American Nightmare. That's also worth playing. And you can usually get it for real cheap on Steam. It's like $5.
The helicopter's just up ahead. I'll need a while to prep for takeoff.
Don't take too long. I want to get out of here.
And it's really cool because it takes place in Night Springs, the town that you keep seeing in the episodes, and has Alan Wake stuck in like a Groundhog Day time loop. And it's pretty fucking cool. And people complained there wasn't enough weapons in the original game, so they added like a nail gun, a crossbow, an Uzi, a Magnum, a Glock. It's fucking great. And it was originally on Xbox Arcade. They couldn't get the money to do a full Alan Wake sequel, so they did a smaller Xbox Arcade title. And then it came to Steam. And like I said, you can usually get it for like $5. Ah, fuck! Yeah, it's really easy to die in this game. Also, I don't know, man. Have you ever played Control? Ah, it sucks. I was gonna say, Control is made by the same team that did this. Remedy, for one. And for two, the DLC for Control directly ties into Alan Wake and has Alan Wake in it. Starting with Control, they started making a shared Remedy universe. And so they have a direct crossover with Alan Wake and Control. look at that dodge. Fucking Muhammad Ali on that bitch. Bob and weave. Jesus Christ, Sarah, how the fuck? How long does it take to get a helicopter ready to go? Yeah, I've accidentally called 911. It's very embarrassing. But they're usually pretty cool as long as you explain to them what happened. Well, okay. They probably have a special file for you at this point, man. The Ash Styler. Haha. Oh my fucking god, I died. Fuck me. Oh my god, they make me do this whole thing again? Fuck! Yeah, no. Brutal. Nightmare will break you. The game on normal is already really difficult. On Nightmare, it is really like one hit kills. Yeah. I don't blame you. On the surface, it's really easy. It's really easy platinum. Just get all the collectibles, beat it on hard. On Nightmare, I mean. But yeah, easier said than done. Nightmare's a bitch. Oh, thank God. It's time to get the fuck out of here!
Wait, you better put an end to this.
Just get me to Weaver, Sheriff.
You're taking a big chance on a local crazy lady, Al. I hope you're right about her, or we can kiss this town goodbye.
happens like this.
Right. The city's a war zone. King Kong, mutant alligators, and Alex Casey shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kind of like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that before.
We're coming up on the power plant. See the lit building over there? And that's the dam further up the river. I can't land here. I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
It's like, no, that's not New York you're talking about, man. That's Raccoon City. Fucking birds. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of fucking birds, man.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of.
Oh my god, this is it. This is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Just, one of those things. Anyway, here's Poets of the Fall.
You remember standing on a broken field, white crippled wings beating the sky, the harbingers of war within nature revealed, and fences flowing by. I won't let the memory heal. I will remember you with me on that field. When I thought that I fought this war alone, you were there by my side on the front line. Fucking interrupted my groove! God damn it, I love that song. Oh man, I love that song. I love that song so much.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of rock legends, the old gods. couldn't tell you why. I guess it's just, one of those things. Anyway, here's Poets of the Fall and their latest single, War.
White crippled wings beating the sky. I love the echo, but not right now. Wonders of war within nature revealed, gentleness flowing by. If I can let the memory heal, I will remember you with me on that field. I love the song so much. When I thought that I fought this war alone, you were there by my side on the front line. When I thought that I brought a cause, gave me a reason to try. Fuck! Keeps interrupting my goddamn. You know what, you motherfucking fucking take it. Turn the page, you need to see something new. But now my innocence is torn. We cannot linger on this stunted view, like rabid dogs of war. And I will let the memory heal. I will remember you with me on that field. Fucking love that song. When I thought that I fought this war alone, you were there by my side on the front line.
This is good work for a night person.
Yeah. I'll turn the audio back up. Ah, of course the text is being a bitch. Thanks for watching, I appreciate you. It's been happening a lot lately, and it's really upsetting me. With the text repeating, like, it's getting really annoying. Didn't used to happen that often. Yeah. I am possessed, yeah. That band in this game that sung that song "Post of the Fall" is one of my all-time favorite bands, and they work hand in hand with Remedy. They made a song for basically every Remedy game. And yeah, I don't often sing during streams, but like I said, God, I love that fucking song so much. Like, in my top 5 favorite songs of all time, it's fucking War by Poets of the Fall. Fuck, I love that song. God.
And here's a new song from a band that...
go, bitch. I got this. I got this. Alright, motherfucker. You wanna rock? Let's rock. I came here to do two things. Kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Whew.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of our forgotten rock legends.
The power plant glowed in the night. It was close, but I had to find a way across.
Well, you're gonna have to get your driver's license revoked, bro. You keep crashing the car. Yeah, it's great. Sound and Thunder, it's great. Like I said, there's a lot of shit about this game that is really fucking cool. It's not perfect, but it is definitely a great game. And you'll never play another game like it.
Making her way through the water pipe alone, Cynthia was angry at the rider. Foolish young man, taking unnecessary risks. And the way he broke the rules. Didn't he understand what was at stake? Since the terrible days in the 70s, she hadn't wavered once, as hard as it had been. She was tired of protecting the town all these long years, and now only wanted to rest.
I don't even care, honestly. I mean, I thank you for telling me, but, like, I'm not watching any trailers. I'm not watching any YouTube videos from reviewers. I'm not reading any reviewers. I bought Spider-Man 2. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man 2. I want to go into it completely fucking blind. I don't need to watch a review or see somebody else's opinion, because those are to sell you on the game, and I've already bought the game. I want to go into it completely blind. Normally, if I'm not sure about a game, I'll look up reviews, I'll look up word of mouth. I mean, I don't always go by reviews, but it's nice to get a general consensus about a game. You know, watch gameplay. But with Spider-Man 2, I know I'm fucking down. I don't need to see anything else. I'm sold. I'm gonna have a really great fucking week. Ah, fuck, I might have to watch it then. If it's really great. Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't watched Markiplier in fucking ages, man. I was never that into Markiplier. I watched him a little bit, but it was my sister who was really into Markiplier. My sister was fucking a crazy fan of Markiplier.
The story I had written in the cabin had come true. Touched by the dark presence, I had written a horror story, but the end was still missing. The story was incomplete, and the last unfinished page of the manuscript still sat in the typewriter in the cabin study. If I could get back there, if I could read the page, then I could write my own ending to this story and save Alice.
But yeah, like I said, I've got a great week coming up, man. Spider-Man 2, and then exactly 7 days later, Alan Wake 2. It's gonna be fucking lit. And I'm also playing Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I'm having a good time playing. I've always been a huge Assassin's Creed fan. So, and Cyberpunk, since they released that big-ass update, I've been playing through that. I couldn't get the DLC for it, but I'm still having a great time replaying the main game of Cyberpunk.
We managed to lose the flock. You're almost at the power plant. Keep going. We'll give you support.
I'm happy that I've been able to convince more people to play Alan Wake, though. So, Alan Wake is such a great game, but it's so criminally underrated and hardly anyone ever talks about it. I loved Alan Wake for years, ever since I was a kid. It's really one of those games that it has a very devoted fan base, but it's never achieved widescreen mainstream appeal. And I'm happy with Alan Wake 2 and this remaster that more people are getting into this now. It's getting the love, it's getting more of the love that it deserved.
I recognized the logo on the power plant sign. I'd seen a version of it painted all over the area, signifying hidden caches of supplies.
Miss Weaver, Cynthia, I'm a friend.
Prove it.
You knew Zane, Thomas Zane. You're the Lady of the Light in the song. You can help me.
About time. Young man, I've been waiting a very long time for you. It's in the well-lit room.
Excuse me?
What you need to drive the darkness back. The built the room to keep him safe.
Will it help me find Alice? Will it get me back to the cabin? Fine, let's go. I can get my friends to come back with the helicopter.
We won't go outside. Never at night. That's rule number 1. You've been breaking the rules, young man, and where has that gotten us, hmm? Oh, you're talking about the secret route. The route. Water pipe. Something was damaged at the transformer yard. It's draining all the reserve power. Without it, the pipe will go dark. The power to the yard must be cut.
Let me guess. You want me to do it?
Young man, you're the one who likes to break the rules. I can't be outside in the dark. The kill switch is outside.
Yeah, but you're gonna pop out on me, didn't you? Guess who got a buckshot full of shotguns through the dick? Wasn't me.
Weaver had sent me to cut the power to the transformer yard. I was willing to do grunt work for her to get her to help me. I hoped Weaver was dependable. I'd stumbled into this crazy world a little over a week ago. She had been living this insanity for decades. I could see the kill switch that would cut the power to the transformer yard. Now I had to find a way to reach it.
Okay. Wow. How about that?
Who designs these things? The transformer yard went dark and dead. Weaver's water pipe acid should now be good to go.
This way, young man. Follow me. Come, come. The pipe's empty now. We're ready to go.
This way, young man.
We need to go. I knew them both.
I'll help you find your wife, but if you want my help, you've got to help me clear out my old dusty pipe, if you catch my drift.
Such a crush on him.
You like grannies, boy?
I was jealous. There was a part of me that was maybe a little glad when she had the accident. And then Tom started writing and woke the darkness up. He tried to bring her back, but you can't do that. There are no free rides like that.
I'm starting to realize that.
In that case, young man, perhaps you're a smarter man than Tom was. Which looked like her, but it wasn't. Barbara was sweet. He didn't understand until it was too late. He tried to undo it, wrote himself, her, everything he'd ever written out of the world. He was so famous. And afterward, no one knew. Oh, Tom. He left only one thing behind in my care, in case it happened again. Insurance. He trusted me. Or perhaps used me a little. Tom knew how I felt. Knew I wouldn't refuse him. I built the well-lit room and put it there. It's been waiting for you. We are characters trapped in a story you have written, and none of us will survive to see the end of it if the darkness isn't stopped. She'll twist the story to her own dark ends.
How do you know all this?
Tom, that's the way he wrote it. He still talks to me, you know, in television, from beyond, from below. We have both been touched by the darkness, young man. He saved us both with light, but the darkness stays with you. Leaves a stain. This pipe will take us directly to the well-lit room.
Okay, I need to call my friends, tell them where we're going.
Hello?
Barry, we're headed to the dam in one of the pipes. Meet us there.
Okay, I'll tell Sarah.
It's Sarah now?
1 second, I'll be right back. Barry!
We gotta go see
God damn it, Barry!
You must reach the well-lit room. This is no time to be a selfish idiot.
That's my best friend.
I'm coming for you, Barry. I'm coming.
I'll meet you at the dam if you make it.
At least I didn't have to worry about her. She knew how to stay safe. Sarah was almost starting to relax. Maybe they could turn this into a win yet. Suddenly, there was a piercing sound, like a table saw gone wild, as 100 birds made out of shadows swarmed into the rotor. The chopper bucked wildly and the board lit up, telling her what she already knew. They were going down. Barry Wheeler screamed next to her.
Brotherhood, basically. That was my favorite faction. Brotherhood of Steel. I mean, no, man, it's really up to you. I'm sure plenty of people.
The crash site looked bad, but as far as I could tell, the wreck was empty.
I've just always loved the Brotherhood of Steel, so...
You know when to make an entrance, Wade. We were ready to make like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I have a different ending in mind.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
I knew you'd be all right.
How's that?
The flaming eye of Mordor? Weaver will meet us at the dam.
Was that it? Are we safe?
That was... wow. I think we're okay. Wait, call the elevator. I'm keeping watch.
I hear something moving around.
Heads up! Here they come! They're coming! We have to hold them off! You know, shooting! We're almost there. There's an entrance into the dam at the top. What's the plan, Wake?
Well, Weaver's crazy, but she's got something Zane left behind. Something to fix this.
Gee, could you be a little more vague?
Thomas Zane? Seriously? Might as well be Paul Bunyan or Bigfoot.
Yeah, well, he was real. Thomas Zane knew he had to remove all that had made this horror possible, including himself. That was the only way to banish the dark presence he had unleashed and now looked at him through the eyes of his dead love. But he also knew that despite his best efforts, it might someday return. So even as he wrote himself and his work out of existence, he added a loophole as insurance, an exception to the rule. Anything of his stored in a shoebox would remain. Ridiculously outnumbered. The searchlight could even the odds.
Well, shit.
We're safe here. I have looked after the well-lit room for many, many years now. There is no shadow in the well-lit room. The power is fail-safe, and all the poems are numbered and changed regularly based on their make and model.
Right.
Yes, they did. It's my place now. Take it, and I won't need to worry about the room anymore, because 6 and 33 and 118 need changing soon, and I don't want to climb up the ladder to change them because it's very late, and I'm tired. And if you take it, I won't have to do that anymore.
The page was autobiographical, a memory from my childhood. But I didn't write this. It was a page written by Thomas Zane. None of them were supposed to exist anymore.
Alan, 7 years old, would fight sleep to the bitter end. When he did sleep, he soon woke up, screaming, the nightmares fresh in his mind. One evening, his mother, sitting by his bed, offered him an old light switch. She called it the clicker, and flicking the switch would turn on a magical light that would drive the beast away. To imbue the talisman with all possible power, she added that it had been given to her by Alan's father. Alan never knew him, and anything of his took on mythical proportions in his mind. With the clicker firmly in his hand, Alan finally slept like a baby. Now, almost 30 years later, Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
My mind swirled. I'd given the clicker to Alice, yet it was here. Zane had written it into existence, in a story I had written. I can get to her now. I can finish this.
You remember standing on a broken field, white crippled wings beating the sky, harbingers of war within nature revealed, and our chances are waiting now. When I thought that I walked this one alone. Alright, I'm gonna end this part here and I'm gonna switch over to Assassin's Creed Mirage. I'll be right back.